Families, we know, are spending a lot more time together right now because of COVID-19. It's a good opportunity to talk to our children of all ages about the virus, our new tomorrow, and race relations. Joining us is Larry Curry, Dr. Larry Curry, the founder of the Curry Center, family counselor, social worker. Dr. Curry, it's good to see you.
Good to be here.
Hey, a couple of questions. You and I talked earlier today. I mean, everything does need to be age appropriate, but regarding the virus and the pandemic, this is a good time to talk to our kids because they will hopefully go back to school, but they're seeing people wear masks. They're just seeing everything differently right now.
This is a whole new norm that we're going through. It's slowly developing. We've never had a time like this before, so it's very scary for children. If you think about it for adults, we're shocked by what we're seeing. As I fly on an airplane, as I travel from one place to the other, and I see people with masks and I see people practicing social distance, it's frightening for me. So imagine what it's like for a child, whether it's a toddler or whether it's a teenager. And the reality is that while they can be very vocal at times, they can be very withdrawn. And at the same time, they can shut down and not share some of their concerns. So we need to kind of realize that this is new territory for our children. It's also new territory for us as adults as well.
When we talked earlier today, you said when we talked about race and race relations, you said it's time for parents to be courageous. These are times that are difficult. What are your suggestions?
Well, there's a form of counseling that's called courageous conversations. That means taking on the conversation that we would probably prefer not to have. Race is about differences. And as long as we have differences, as long as we look different, it will always be an issue in our society. This is not anything new. The timing is new. And with recordings, with cell phones, with videotaping, police cams and what have you, we now have a faster way of seeing things that were hidden before. So this is a whole new age. So it's important for us to talk with our children very openly and honestly because you can't lie to them about something they've already seen. The reality is here and they can see it.
And when you bring that up, we've heard so many times recently about parents saying if they've had that talk with their teenager or their young son or daughter, by the way, if you ever are stopped by police, you better be prepared. Isn't that a talk that we should have with all children? It doesn't matter what their race is?
Yeah, it's especially important for children of color, but I would say for all children. And the issue and the perception of respect is interpreted very different. Children of color, it's been proven time and time again, have a disadvantage because of the perception about them, and therefore they tend to be profiled more often. However, any child should respect the law enforcement as well as children of color. But also we have to give them that extra conversation of even with respect, bad things happen to good people. And while we like to not say that that happens, it is a conversation parents should have with their children. I always say everything begins at home, irregardless of what a child's upbringing and where they go to school and what their surroundings is. It's always about the home. The home is the first line of stop, defense, conversation, and support. And so parents should never take that lightly.
No, they shouldn't. And, we've heard so many times about the fact that we have to model. It's not what we say, it's what we do. Our children are always watching us.
Exactly. It takes approximately 30 days to develop a habit. So if you think about something a parent says or does, within 30 days, that child has picked that habit up, has adopted it, it becomes a part of them, and they practice that. That's their morals, their values, their beliefs, how they view other people, how they view situations. So be very careful about what you say, parents, because your children are watching and they're listening. At the same time, for adults, the same thing for each of us. We need to be very careful about what we say, how we say it, and to whom we say it. We're all human beings. We're from the human race, but there are those differences, and they've always been here. They will always be here. But how we respond is very critical and very important in terms of the outcome of how we get along with each other.
Dr. Curry, thank you. I've missed you. It's good to talk to you. We're going to tap into your wisdom again soon. Thank you.
From the East Coast, it's 95 degrees and a little humid.
I bet. Just a little sticky.
Yeah.
Thanks.